shouting it. The sky's trying to find me. Another chance to drink tonight. This is Jackson.
All right. Hey, this is Finn Pearson here on episode 6, is it? Of the Ron's Honky Tonk podcast. We're back. It's cold. It's a bit colder than it was the last time we did it. And today I'm joined by the amazing, all the way from Austria, Niklas Juritsch, everybody.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Here he is, everyone. This is a big long time coming, man. We've been in contact for what, like 2 years now?
I think so. I'm not sure. How do we find each other? It was probably over TikTok, but
on TikTok, I believe, yeah, because I started posting TikToks around the same time you did. I reckon.
Really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. I think it was. I don't know who commented on someone's first, but yeah, we got in contact off TikTok, I believe. And obviously, it's a long time coming, man. It's so good to see you in the UK now.
For sure, yeah,
it's
man.
Crazy.
It's awesome.
Obviously, you've been here a couple of days now.
100%. We came here. What day is it today?
Today is
Sunday, isn't it? Yeah. So we came in on Thursday. Mm-hmm. Did some touristy stuff, Big Ben, London Eye, you name it.
Yeah.
And then just spent Friday also doing some touristy things, not too much, and then we played at Ron's Honky Tonk together. That was.
How did
awesome.
you find it, Ron's?
It was awesome. It was really cool. It was also cool, like a different to play, with different audiences and stuff. Like it's different everywhere you are. Mm-hmm. So it was really fun.
So it's your first time
vibing for sure.
First time playing in front of a UK crowd.
That's right.
What do you think of the UK crowds? How they are?
I liked it. I love the energy of it. Man. Actually, like people try to keep the energy up. I was playing in the Netherlands a couple months ago. And they say there's this thing they call the Dutch disease, where they're always they're always talking and stuff, and it's like super loud in the room.
Really? Okay.
It's funny. Here is I feel like people. It's like a middle thing.
In the middle. But yeah, I think you're right. Especially on a Friday, Saturday night, people want to keep the fun going, don't they?
No, but it was fun for sure. People were singing along and stuff to all four.
Hell yeah,
of us,
dude,
for sure.
Nice. And what about the touristy stuff? Do you have fun with that?
I mean, for sure, to be honest, we don't got no money for what did they charge now? Like 40, 50 pounds to go into London Eye or something like that?
Dude, it's crazy stuff, huh?
It's wild. But so we're just kind of walking around and kind of seeing London and just kind of walking, I guess, too. A lot of walking. And I only bought the boots because we flew in with Ryanair. Yeah. And you can't bring a lot on a Ryanair flight, so I just brought my boots and my heels fell off halfway through yesterday.
So have you bought some new ones yet, or are these the same?
No, these are the same. I'm talking about whatever. What's that body part? English is not technically my first language, so sometimes I say stupid stuff. It's called your heel, right? Like.
Oh, of your foot. Yeah. I thought you meant your boot heel fell.
No, yeah, I know. I heard that too. That would kill me, but.
Hell yeah, man. Sure. First time in the UK then, damn. So you've got how much long left? 2 days? 1 day?
We're flying tomorrow back, but it's in the evening, so we got a little bit of time.
Have you got much planned for your last day?
Not much. I mean, we'll see. We'll head back into town and meet my dad. My dad's here, which is awesome. He flew in all the way from
because your dad obviously, I met him at the shows. He's a nice guy.
He's
What's he thinking about the UK?
I think he likes it for sure. I mean, it's funny because he's such a funny guy. I don't know. It's just funny to kind of be with him, be around him and see him, But because obviously I live in Sweden, so we don't see each other often. So
good. So where's your dad living?
He's in Austria, so he's where I grew up, and then I went to Sweden to study and stuff. So I haven't seen him since Christmas. So
what's the story behind that then? What made you go to Sweden to study?
I played hockey as a kid. I should say ice hockey because here it's not. I think you have field hockey. Do you have field hockey? Yeah. So I played ice hockey growing up, and Sweden is of course a big country for that. So you're always trying to play with teams there, train, and summer camps and stuff. So we always did that as a family, mom and dad. We flew up and then we did some camps and stuff, and then we really liked it. And then after graduating high school in Austria, I was like, I want to go abroad. I want to see some new things, and that was just kind of fit right, and it just kind of happened there. I had some good universities and stuff to choose from.
Man. And you're still there now?
Yeah, that's right. I'll be finishing in June.
Oh, and then what's the plan after?
I'm trying to move to Nashville.
There we go.
That's like my dream goal. So I'm gonna try to make that work. It's hard though with visas. They make it hard for you for sure. But there's ways because I'll have my bachelor's and then obviously I'll try to do something with that. Just work somewhere, get visa, and then just kind of build it from there. But
have you been to Nashville before?
For sure, I was there 2 years ago.
Yeah,
something like that.
How did you find it in Nashville back then?
It was awesome. Like
were you singing and playing back then as well?
I was, but I was really new. I think I just put out my first song. It was like end of March. I put out my first song, and then in May, I went there. So.
And did you play there?
No, we did play at an open mic,
nice.
Which was interesting. I think we played a couple of songs. No idea what I was doing. Still don't know what I was doing. But
dude, Nashville's the place to be, man.
Yeah.
I've been talking to my guys about not moving over there, but hitting it up for the first time, maybe for a week or two next year.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Then you can come visit, hopefully, at the time.
Dude, if you're still there, I'll be visiting multiple times throughout the year, for sure.
100%.
That's the place to be, man. Because you got quite a few good contacts over there. You got some buddies and stuff. You've been doing this
for
a while.
Sure, doing some networking friends, right? And stuff. Yeah, they're really nice people. Like it's really I would say it's quite easy to connect with people. If you want to, they're really open and they're happy to have you, which is really nice. So, for sure.
Hell yeah, man. So if you were to make it in Nashville, venues wise, is there any that you've got your eye on?
So, are you saying Nashville or in general?
I'd say Nashville for now. Or you can
Nashville for now. I would say, playing at the Grand Ole Opry is like
it's the one, right?
The honor of honors, to have to play there. So that is of course a dream. I'm not sure how it works because you don't hear a lot of European people even like going to European country artists. Going to the US, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just not aware of it, but I don't think it's as common. I think a lot of people do stay in like around here, like in the UK or in the Netherlands. Like
it's true.
My friends
there.
I
don't think there's been yet really anyone to come out of the UK and make it that big in country yet.
Yeah,
not yet.
So that'll be interesting to see how that'll pan out. But so I would say, of course, the Grand Ole Opry is a step in the circle, and that's crazy. But also the Ryman is pretty big. You've been walking around. You go downtown Nashville. It's crazy. Broadway. It's a crazy place. Like you've got live music from like probably 9 a.m. to like 5 a.m. the next day, and it's.
But they do 9 to 5 backwards, bro. They be doing
they're doing 5 to 9. But
they did the 9 to 5 at night.
Sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so something like that. I would say it's my dream to tour the US. I think that is
because mine too.
Yeah, besides of music, of course, and the musical aspect of things, I love to travel and I love to see things. So that's why it's so cool that now you're able to come to the UK, travel a little bit.
Hell yeah! So is it your first time right now playing overseas?
Are you calling the UK overseas?
I would say so.
That's funny.
For you, no?
I've never heard that before. Someone said. That's fine. It was the first time in the UK for sure.
Have you played any other countries away from home?
I was in the Netherlands. In end of September. That was really fun too.
How was that?
It was really fun. It was my buddy. It's called Troy. Yeah, he's got the brand Dirt Road Spirit. He's one of my best buddies. He's an awesome guy. He works really hard, and it's paying off for him for sure. He's done some events with his brand, and I was the first one to play there with another good friend of mine, Colin Bao. He's awesome too. Insanely talented people, and Troy kind of put this thing together, and I think it was excuse me. Jesus. It was like 400 people or something like that. That was like the biggest crowd I've played, which was really cool, and that was really fun. And then we played together, all three of us, at a festival after, which was rather small, but it was really nice. It was like almost like a backyard, like a farm kind of, and it was like a farm setting. Actually, I would say similar to here if there weren't as many houses around. Like it was kind of this vibe here, like, which was very like a backyard festival. It was really fun too.
Was that with the Dirt Road Spirit team as well? The festival?
No, we were playing there like that's separate, but because he was playing there, Troy was playing there as well, and not just kind of putting stuff together. But
yeah, dude, traveling and doing what you love and calling it work that's gonna be the dream for everyone, right?
Yeah,
I'm doing my first overseas shows in March, which I'm super excited for.
Is that Switzerland, right?
Yeah, so Switzerland, cool. Man. I don't know how I pulled it off, but I'm doing a 3-show run in Switzerland.
That is so awesome. Like, where are you going? What cities? I've been to Zurich. That's the only place.
I know I'm flying into Zurich, and that's it. I don't really know other than that. I'm being picked up by a lady I'm staying in her house. She's driving me around. I don't know anywhere. I know the names of the venues I'm playing at, and that's it. So cool. I don't know what the plan is.
But what cities is it?
Thurnesey is one of them.
What'd you say?
Thurnesey. I'm probably pronouncing it completely wrong.
Yeah, bro.
Definitely.
Okay.
But yeah,
no idea.
Thurnesey is how I would read it.
Okay.
And I couldn't even try and pronounce the other two, to be honest. They're crazy names, but yeah, I'm excited. Dude.
Right.
Just flying with my buddy Sid, who's been playing guitar with me for a while now.
Yeah, cool. He's been ripping it yesterday too.
Yeah, dude. Obviously, you met Sid, and we shredded together up on stage. It was good fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's got to be the dream. Every time I play a show, I come home and I'm thinking, I wish I could do it more.
Right. Yeah.
So, it's the dream, man. Big
That's
time.
true.
Was it always your dream though, or did you ever, when you were growing up, did you ever want to be something different?
It was interesting because also the way I got into music, it was so seamless in a way. But
how did it happen?
So, as a kid, I mentioned I played hockey, and my dad played hockey almost to the professional level. So he was like, yeah, he got me into hockey, and I loved it too.
When you were young, is hockey what you wanted to be growing up?
Yeah, I would say so. But yeah, probably. I would say so. I feel like every kid does that. Where you go into the rink, you start playing, and you have you heard of the NHL?
The National Hockey League?
Yeah, like
Kinda. I wasn't quite
it's like
there.
the biggest hockey. It's in America. It's like
when I was young, I used to go down the ice rink, and I was that kid who would like hold on to the little penguin thing. But I was like 16 years old. That's the difference. So.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude. I wasn't quite NHL level. But hey, so how did NHL go from that to country music being the dream?
Yeah. So I ended up. It's really hard to make it as a hockey to like become a professional. I would say it's definitely doable if you really put hard work into it. To get to the Austrian leagues and kind of the European leagues, or at least in Austria. But the issue, like maybe to Sweden, if you're really good, but it's insanely hard to make it to America and the NHL. Right. So I had, in that case, should have gone to Sweden earlier to play hockey, but it just didn't end up being for me. Gonna be quite honest, and then just end up quitting.
What position did you play?
I was in defense for a long time, which is the funniest thing because I was the smallest kid in the locker room. Like really? I would be like, at the height of other people's belly buttons. I was like always like I guess you could call it a late bloomer or whatever you call it. And then after I quit playing hockey, I had this massive growth spurt. I didn't expect you all guys, like everyone I met on Friday at Ron's, you're huge. You're all like what, 190 or something like that? Dude,
I don't know. We don't measure it like that over here. We do 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, 6'4". That's insane. That's like 195.
You're a big guy too, though. You're good. You're a good sized guy.
I would say that was like after I was like 16, 17 when I actually started, growing.
I saw this guy backstage at Ron's Honky Tonk getting changed, and he's jacked, by the way. I'm just saying.
Nothing but like you though. It's so hard for me to put on weight, man. I need to eat so much, and for some reason my stomach is just not made for it. Like I don't know, I can't eat massive amounts. I don't know. I would just.
If you go to Nashville, bro, you're gonna get big quick.
That's what I was saying. Like the only time I was ever not concerned about like losing weight is there. But yeah, what were we talking about though? We were talking about how to get into music. Yeah, little off the path. But so there was COVID. Yeah, and then during COVID, my grandma always had like a classical guitar laying around. She would play it for me when I was a kid. But never really like it wasn't a thing. It was just, sometimes. So she had it laying around, and at some point I was like, yeah. Someone told me to pick up the guitar, and I was like, yeah, let's try it. I was always kind of fascinated with the US and everything, their culture, blah, blah. So I always wanted to move there. Even as a kid, I would annoy my parents, I feel like every teenager has this phase. I'm not sure how it is here, but back home, I think there's always this phase where everyone wants to move to America. You see the videos online and stuff. People eventually grow out of it, which I've noticed, but I didn't. I never did. So I was always fascinated a little bit with their culture, and then got into country music. And then I picked up my grandma's guitar, and of course, the first thing I started is, I think it was like Thomas Rhett, Die a Happy Man or something like that, that made me want to learn guitar. Just kind of pick up a guitar. And then it wasn't until Zach Bryan, when he came out with like Heading South and stuff, I was like, yeah, that's it. That's what I want to do. I don't know. It was so fascinating the way he was telling stories and stuff. Because I was also into filmmaking. Like I'm a very creative person. I always feel like I need to do something like. So I was doing photography and videography for like a long time. And I loved with like picking music that really fits the whatever you're filming, and I didn't realize for a long time that it was the music that I was like getting goosebumps about. You know, I always thought it was the pictures, but at some point I realized no, it's the music actually. You know.
Wow.
And then it was just kind of, you know, learning guitar, bought a guitar, taught myself on YouTube, like, you know, guitar tutorials and stuff. And
dude, that's like when I was young, I used to watch Phineas and Ferb, and now I think back.
Me too.
Dude, the best bits of Phineas and Ferb was all the songs they had, right?
Oh, true. They had a lot of I watched this. That's still when I was like in my like. Right now, I struggle to speak German. Like at this point.
You speak German?
I mean, you want me to speak German now?
I speak a tiny bit.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to test that out.
I say, darf ich bitte zur Toilette again? What does this mean? What does that mean? Can I go to the toilet? Hey guys.
May I go to the toilet? But the funny thing is, if you go to Austria, it's like we have so many different. I mean, I'm in the UK. I mean, you guys have a different accent for every neighborhood. Like,
yeah, that's very true.
It's funny. I mean, in Austria, it's almost like a different language to the standard German. So it's like you leave out a lot of like what would you say, like letters and even sometimes words. Yeah. So it's if you learn German and like I had this American buddy that was living with us for a little bit. That's probably where I picked up my accent.
So you used to watch Phineas and Ferb, but in German?
Yeah, but in German.
Oh, dude, the songs probably weren't the same as we had then.
No, I think they were pretty funny. There's one thing about squirrel and pants or something like that.
Yeah.
Was that
Squirrel in my pants, bro. That was a crazy song, dude. That's what I'm saying. I reckon we could throw together a hell of a country show, right? Just Phineas and Ferb songs, bro. Squirrels in my pants.
Imagine like a room full of 2,000 people just screaming like squirrel in my pants.
Man. Squirrel in my pants was before its time, for sure, dude.
My parents would hate it when I would watch this. I think my mom would like be in the kitchen just, you know, really chopping up something like really hard because she'd get mad at, because what was the name? Candace. She was yelling half the show.
Yeah, dude.
Every single time it was Candace, she was yelling.
Yeah, and Phineas and Ferb still never got caught, dude.
Yeah, it was funny because I watched this. I think I stumbled across an episode like maybe 2 months. I don't know, it was some time ago in the recent times, and I could not bear it because it was just screaming. I was just yelling.
Dude, I love it, man. Thinking back though, they have some good songs.
Yeah, no,
dude, we should do a country cover.
We should do a cover. Like, you know, like Jake O'Neill did the Disney thing. We're gonna do.
Dude, that's what I'm thinking.
We're gonna do Phineas and Ferb.
Dude, at Ron's Honky Tonk, Jake played a Disney song, and the whole crowd was loving it.
I was there.
Dude, if we came out and did Squirrels in my pants after that, bro, dude, it would have gone crazy in that place.
That would be funny.
Next time, huh? Next time we're on tour someplace together, Nashville.
Dude, we're gonna play
never heard
Squirrels in my pants at Red Rocks, dude.
yeah.
I was at Red Rocks.
You went there?
Yeah. No. Me and my girlfriend, my mom and a friend of hers, we did a little trip up to.
Did you see anyone play there? Or?
No, we didn't, unfortunately.
Oh, you saw it?
But we did a trip up to Colorado and Wyoming. It was so cool, man.
I saw the photos of the road trip.
It was so cool.
Do you know what I love seeing is because, of course, we'll get back to it, but you do a lot of TikTok stuff. And I've always seen you post photos, like you said a minute ago, photos that kind of match the sound, right? So you'd be advertising your songs by posting photos of things like the mountains in Montana.
Yeah,
like
for sure. Yeah, I feel like you want to catch the vibe a little bit.
And then seeing you go to those places in person, even me, I was like, dude,
no, it is so sick. And there's this town called Jackson.
Hole?
It's a really fancy place in the sense that they got a ski resort and people flying with their freaking private jets. Like, it's insane. But we spent some time in the national parks around it.
Yeah, beautiful places.
It's crazy. Like it was so nice. And also in Jackson itself, like the whole city, I don't know, it's just so nice. It's like literally like in a Western movie, but it's like
the
authentic.
Bar.
Like it's authentic. People go to work, you know, wear that attire, you know. It's like,
yeah,
it's so cool. And they have the $1 million cowboy bar.
Yeah.
It's in every one of my TikTok posts. Probably you'll find a picture of that neon sign. It usually works the best.
That's where I actually found out about that bar, was through your TikTok.
Yeah, and we were there. It's like, because it's kind of cool, because I do think that the pictures you put on TikTok really, they're important to if people are gonna like look at it and like get the vibe for it. And I was standing there, it's like, yeah, dude, thank you to this sign. I got like, you know, there's one TikTok, like the first ever time I had a TikTok do well was this photos post, and it was just like, it's so simple. It's like POV, you find a country artist you like it's kind of stupid the amount of effort it puts into that, and then you make this whole video of like, you know, I mean, you post videos freaking riding horses and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, that's awesome. And then it gets like 200 views, and it's same here. Like, you sit down, you make these cinematic videos, and they get like 300 views. Like, yeah, well, great.
The way I see it is like, bro, you're obviously killing it, but I think for everyone else, you know, it's so hard to kill it the way you are. And I feel like the way I see it is almost like As long as I'm having fun, I'm happy, and that's it. If I get obsessed with the numbers and I don't ever get it, then I'll give up.
Do you manage to do that though?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the way I look at it now is with like what I'm doing, I'm doing my best. And like with something like TikTok, this is how I describe it. I say it's like a roulette wheel.
Yeah.
Like, imagine there's a roulette wheel.
Like you can influence a little bit by playing your cards right, but at the end of the day.
No, kind of. But the way I see it is, imagine there's a roulette wheel, and every time you spin it, even if it lands on red or black, you're going to win a little bit of money. And then if it lands on green, you're going to get the jackpot.
The zeros.
Dude, you're still going to spin it every time because you're winning.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Right? I mean,
TikTok is like that, I think. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, like, I have noticed, like, the thing is, I still have these periods. Like, of course, I'm sometimes, like, surprised. Like, you look at it and it's got, like, 300,000 views. Like, that is insane, right?
That's
like,
crazy.
I'm still, like, it's hard because you get used to it so quick. To be like, and then you, like, I remember when I was putting out Born for Leaving, I was like, yeah, this is it. And I was, like, happy. Not in the way of, like, yeah, I don't need to do anything. It was more like, dang, I can finally post something. People like it, you know?
Yeah.
And then the next song I did, it was just, it was just right back to the start.
Your numbers are always killing it, bro. I mean, you be posting songs, you be landing in editorials. You be doing well, man.
Had some good results recently, for sure. It's playlisting. That's the next thing. It's also, I feel like that's more of a roulette.
Dude, yeah, there's a big game behind
I have the worst. How has it been for you? Because I have the worst luck releasing songs on days where other artists also release songs. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pick this date, and then
Morgan Wallen.
And then you describe it's like Morgan Wallen, Zach Bryan, Luke Combs, and everyone and their mother is releasing a song. You know,
that's a good question. I don't think I've ever had a bad day. You know, to be honest, other than like a couple of buddies of mine have released songs on the same day, but then I think that's quite fun. You know,
like if it's buddies, that's awesome. Like we had this one when I was putting out Forever Left. Yeah.
Because we released my last song was on the same day as Forever Left.
Exactly.
And that was dope to release a song.
And Jake had a feature.
Yeah, and Jake had a song on the same day. Yeah. We all released songs that day. That was wholesome. I like it.
For sure.
I mean, I've never really had anything competition-wise. I don't look at it like that. For me, like if I wake up in the morning and 10 of my favorite artists to release new songs, I mean, I'm excited. I listen to all of them.
Fair enough. That's honestly fair.
But I know what you mean.
At the end of the day, you know, you're right about that. It's just, you know.
But yeah, dude. I mean, no, I've never really had anything like that. I mean, there's been some days where I've released songs and, you know, then I'll get like some urgent work that I have to do or something, and then I'll ruin the whole day. Because for me, a release day of a song is like, I want to just like soak it in for a bit. You know what I mean? I want to hear about your idea of a release day. If you've got a song releasing on a certain day, what do you wake up in the morning and do?
Probably obsessed about the numbers working. I'm like, oh shit, you know?
Yeah.
But,
do you like start playing your music when you wake up? You're cooking breakfast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Music,
I mean,
go get in the shower, start jamming again.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would say release day. It's always the best advice I've ever gotten in the music industry. I would say is, which kind of goes against what we're kind of talking about, but I think it for your mindset to keep going and keep striving. It is like the best advice I've ever received. Is always look forward. Like this song is a done project. Now you got to move on and work hard again, right? The problem is, of course, you really stop like kind of like realizing that, okay, we're making progress, right? It's like you really get caught up in that. So it's a fine line. But if you say, I usually always stay up till midnight, right? Do you schedule your songs for 6 a.m. like Eastern, what they have, or is it midnight?
We have midnight UK time.
Yeah, cool. It's the same. So it's like midnight for everyone. Yeah. And then...
Yeah, because you always get my music an hour early.
Oh, yeah. I always I'm always the first to put it on the stories and stuff.
Yeah, dude, I love it.
But yeah, honestly, yeah, it is nice though. Like we have this tradition of usually like if you reach a certain milestone, you take a shot of whiskey. Like if you say like 1,000, you know, followers or I don't know, like something like that, like a stream, certain amount of that, take a shot of whiskey. So I guess you do that like as a celebratory, you know.
You're probably blacking out every day.
No, bro,
you're killing it.
But it's like funny. It was actually funny. We had this, me and my girlfriend, we had this tradition of we still have it, we just had to adjust it. Of like I think it was 100 followers, we take a shot of whiskey because it was like,
oh no,
that was before I've ever had anything do well, and I had like maybe 500 followers, right? So it's like, oh, it's nice. And then I had this one like video blow up of Born for Leaving, and then it literally went from like I think it was 1,000. It was quite high at this point because I was doing tutorials before, but it went like up like almost 2,000-3,000 in a day, which is the craziest thing I've ever. Like that was still
next thing you remember, you're waking up in the morning hungover.
But So I would say maybe that is like a good, nice tradition to do for a release
That's nice,
day.
man. I've only ever done one thing like that. It's when my first ever song hit 100K on Spotify.
That is cool, though.
I had a cake. All my buddies came out. We celebrated. That was nice.
Think about it, 100,000 streams though. Like that's
a lot of numbers. I mean, numbers-wise, your Born for Living just hit 2 million the other day.
Oh yeah,
right?
it did on Friday actually.
Congrats, bro. That's
Thank
big.
you. I appreciate that.
First song to hit 2 million.
Shout out to Capri Sun.
Take a shot of the Capri Sun for that one.
By the way, what's with the Capri Sun? What's going on with that?
I'm always seen with a Capri Sun.
He's trying to get sponsored.
Sometimes two at once. You know, I mean, yeah, I've been trying to get.
It's like a chain drinker. You don't say that. That's not a word. Chain drinker. It's chain smoker. Where you say like,
you can call me a
binge drinker. Capri Sun.
A binge drinker.
Dude, it's crazy that you got 0. I was saying this before the podcast.
Capri Sun 0. Dude.
0. Yeah. That's wild.
You got to get shredded for summer. No carbs before Marbs. That's what they say.
What is
you don't know what this means at all.
No,
I said this earlier.
Like Marbs.
Nicholas doesn't know what this saying means.
Yeah, we gotta do some sayings and.
Yeah. What do you think it means? No carbs before Marbs.
Marbs. I have I don't even know what to guess.
Try. Have a guess as best you can.
Okay, hold on.
Break it down.
Wait, carbs? Like what's it?
So no carbs before Marbs.
Yeah, is it? No, it can't be a cigarette. Right? That's the only thing that comes to mind is Marlboro Light or something like that. Red, not light, red, whatever. What is it?
Have one guess and then I'll tell you.
Is there something in summer? I don't know. Dude, I don't...
you're getting there.
Summer, what's happening in summer? Dude, I have no idea. I'm so clueless.
So no carbs before Marbs, what it means is... Marbs is a place, Marbella. We call it Marbs.
Oh,
it's like a party place where you want to go there and look good. So people say no carbs before Marbs, like you don't eat bad food.
That's funny. Where's that? Where's that place? It's not in the UK.
Somewhere in Europe.
Yeah,
Marbella.
it's somewhere. Is it somewhere like Spain?
Everyone in the UK for some reason goes there.
I've heard of Madeira, but not Marbella.
Madeira is in Portugal.
Yeah, that's like.
Yeah. This is somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's like a party place, but no carbs before Marbs. That's why Capri Sun's
yeah, Capri Sun's
it's the best. Yeah. Hopefully I'll get a sponsor one day.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey guys, this is Finn. I hope you're enjoying this episode here of Ron's Honky Tonk podcast. I just want to let you know that this episode is brought to you by absolutely nobody. Right? We've just started this brand new podcast. We're having fun, but we've got no sponsors to help us out. So if you are a brand and you would love to work with us, give us a shout. Our socials are right down here and we would love to hear from you. We'll be waiting for your emails. Boots you got down there? Some Ariats.
Thank you. I bought them in Cheyenne, Wyoming. That's like the coolest thing. I mean, you got yours sponsored. You guys did a sponsorship at the last Ron's event, right?
I was blessed by Ariat. Yeah,
that is
Ariat
awesome. That's cool.
For the last Ron's Honky Tonk, they hit us up and they put us in some nice clothes.
You had a whole outfit going, right? You had the Ariat shirt.
Dude. I had some boots, jeans, t-shirt,
Ariat underwear,
jumper, which I shrunk in the tumble dryer by mistake. Sorry, Ariat. And a cap.
Oh, that's nice. That's
dude,
awesome.
they hit me up nice, for real. And these boots have done me well. These are my trusty boots now. There you are. Nice. Have you got any dream boots out there? What's your favourite boot brand?
That's a good question. I would say, I'm gonna say I feel like Area is pretty good. But like, what are there? What kind of boots? Like, you asked this question as if there was like a
There's a few
maybe I have something to learn, but
I mean, at the moment I think Takova's, Lucchese's.
Oh yeah, Takova. Okay. Yeah, to be honest, I'm gonna be honest. If they look like if they're boots and they function as boots, they're boots. You know,
people at the moment be singing songs about boots, and then if their song do well, they get sent free boots. You know, there's that girl off TikTok lately. She did a song about Lucchese.
Wait, good old fashioned country music song with it. Yeah,
dude, see, I'd never heard of Lucchese before this, and now suddenly everyone wants a Lucchese.
Yeah, I've seen her video, and she's like, "Yeah, we made it," and she got the freaking whole store or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, Lucchese sent her like all the most expensive boots on there.
Dude, we should write a country song about all the boot brands.
Just a list of all the things that we want in the whole.
Yeah, and Capri Sun.
Dude, just shout out all the brands, and then they all hit us up with free stuff one day. That's a great shout. Dude, if you could write a song about a brand, and it has to be a country kind of themed song, what brand are you trying to sneak in there just so you can get the sponsorship one day?
That's a good question. Dude, honestly, a Gibson J45. Just write a song about like a guitar and how it's been with you. I feel like that song exists for sure. But I've been thinking about this.
Has a song that says J45 in it.
Really?
Every time I hear it, I'm thinking J45.
Yeah, like that could be a cool concept for a song. It's probably not very original. It probably exists somewhere, but to write a song about like how a guitar has been stuck with you, and it's like this. I think
Dude, I just got an idea that we could do with that. We could write a song on it.
If
you're writing, let's say you're writing about like Bible verses like John 3:16, stuff like that, and it ends in J45s. You could tie that together, right? Free guitars here. You can't.
That's funny. Yeah. I feel like you know what I mean. You write a song about like how you were down and not in the as this like the rappers you like like you made it out the whatever, but it's like it sticks with you from whatever you're going through, and I guess and then
made
you
it out
add
the
these
mud.
like
Ariat boots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ariat. You know what I'm saying?
Good to know. Just a slight.
So what do you write about most? Where's your inspiration?
Sad
come from?
stuff.
Yeah. Is it personal?
It was just funny. I got one of my best friends back home. He's always going through something, and then we talk and we catch up, and it's like, yep.
So you write about other people's stuff, right?
Mostly.
Nice. Okay.
Honestly, it's mostly where I have the most coming in like of ideas, and like if you say like personal experiences in a way of like, of course you can somehow relate them, but in the way you write them, it might be a bit more specific to that. But I would say. It's usually something sad. I don't know. I can't write love songs. I don't know what it is. I really need to learn and perfect it.
You got a couple going. I mean,
I have like a home which I really like. I still really I'm proud of that song.
I was gonna say you played that at Ron's Honky Tonk on Valentine's Day. And it went down lovely, man.
Yeah,
great little.
I'm actually really proud of that one. But other like every single time I sit down and like I have this like idea for a line, and I think that could be a nice. Like positive song for once, but then I always manage to twist it. I don't know what's going on.
You've got some great songwriting. One of your lines that I always play all the way through till I hear that line is, it's in your first song, and it's the one about the lines on the road aligning.
Wait, what's it? Something with headlights and consciousness.
Yeah. Dude,
line. I don't know how I came up with that. Honestly, like it sounds
great writing, bro. Really,
I appreciate it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's pretty. Yeah. It's cool, but
do you have a line that you've written into a song that you're most proud of, or like you sing it and you're like, yeah, I wrote that?
Hold on, you asked me that question a little too quick. I thought that's a saying in German. I just completely translated that, and it didn't make sense for you probably. But let me see. A song that I really like from a songwriting perspective is "Forever Left." The song I wrote that with my buddy Troy that we talked about before. I had this idea for the chorus. I think that to give you an answer, not to stall forever, I think I would say the concept of this song is what I really like.
It's that double entendre for Forever Left, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Like it was this double meaning. I was doing an internship at my bank, I was doing my internship at the bank, my bad. And I was sitting at the desk, and it was a slow day, and I was like, I want to get into double meaning. So I was like, just going through random like thoughts, trying to find a double meaning, and I was like, wait, forever left. I was like, oh wait a second, and I really liked it, and then I wrote the chorus to it, and then I sent it to my buddy, and then he was like, oh yeah, it's right about it, and then it's just basically the story of like this double meaning of saying forever left. You think you have forever left with someone, but then they leave, so you're forever leaves, so forever left, Yeah, man. I think that's pretty cool. But I really love like Vincent Mason. I'm sure you've heard of him. He's like my main inspiration probably for songwriting.
Nice. Dude.
He's doing a lot of double meaning stuff, and I really love that. Like I've got like a few songs now after Forever Left that have like a double meaning. I've played all of them pretty much at Ron's on Friday. I
love a double meaning song.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about like telling a story and then like kind of like branching out and then just making it together in like the last chorus. And I also love songs that like evolve over like Forever Left has like 3 different choruses. Yeah. And I love that. It's like the storytelling.
The third one's like similar, but it's got like a slightly different twist. Yeah, I like it a lot, man. When it comes to evolving musically on the topic, obviously your sound has come a long way from when you first started. Where do you see it going? Where do you want to be? What do you want to sound like?
If I hear songs like recently, Hudson Westbrook has been a really big inspiration for me. I love his sound. Like if you look at like 5 to 9, or what's it? There's another song. Well, pretty much all of his catalog is like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I really like this kind of Parker McCollum, this like old Parker McCollum, and like his young Parker McCollum sound. And then I would say like a mix between Vincent Mason and Parker. Parker McCollum, Hudson Westbrook. I really like. Trying to orientate myself at the writing and then the sound of things. I really love what these guys are doing, and they've been killing it over there. Like, it's crazy. Like Hudson Westbrook, you're like, you're crushing it like that. That's where the comparison. Comparison is a thief of joy. Remember that?
Yeah, big time.
I remember I was putting out a song. I think it was In Love Right Now. And it was doing decent on TikTok, but nothing like Born for Leaving. And then Hudson Westbrook posts one song. He got like 5 million views on his like first original song, which is super cool. Like you wish that for people because that's awesome. He just gets to tour and so that's awesome. And I remember him he blew up and he rose he's got like 3 million monthly listeners now. Like he's doing good. Yeah, man. It's also crazy how quick it can go. And
dude, those guys are just lucky as hell. But I almost think now the way that we've got it, where we're kind of getting there slowly, is fun.
It's cool too.
I love it. I feel like if I was to have put my first song out and somehow it blew up and gone straight to arena level, I feel like it's great. It's a blessing, but I don't think I would have been ready.
That's a good point. I was thinking about this the other day. Of course, you always get caught up in the numbers, and you're like, I wish of this, but it's always good to remember that someone's got a plan for you. And he's looking out for you.
That's how I see it.
Because that's like the most important thing to be like, it's going to happen at the right time when it's meant for you. Because even no matter how you see it, whether that's spiritual or not, it's just like, think about it. You post imagine I would have posted Meant to Be, right? And it's just me and a guitar with my buddy in a 1-bedroom studio. It was my first song I ever wrote, or like first full song. I was like, I want to maybe record that. And then it blows up, I mean, of course, I feel like the quality difference of production and also the writing level is also different, but still, even at these early stages, if you blow up, like it's going to be so hard to sustain that, right? Because people are going to expect you. Like you're going to blow up, all of a sudden you're on like Country Central, and all these pages, and everyone's like, oh yeah, who's this kid? And then you're so under pressure, so it's like it can go well. But it can also not go well, I feel like. So I think it's good the way things happen, like the way they're meant to be. And like, you just gotta come back to what we were saying before. Like, put out a song and focus. Like, keep moving forward. That's the most important thing. Keep moving forward. Never, like, you can't look back in a way of like, like we did this and like we're doing this.
Yeah, man. All right. I like that.
But
so you got to look at what's next. And what is next for Niklas? What's next?
So I want to try to put out like a lot of songs, just kind of really build my catalog and just get my name out there as much as I can. Like as I said, I would love to try to move to Nashville. And when I say move to Nashville, it's like I've always loved the idea of living in the U.S. So now I just want to try it out. I want to do it, no matter if that's over like working a normal job or being able to do music, So like whatever, comes first. And it's probably going to be the just getting the work visa, just partly because of the visa, but makes sense too. Just trying to put out music, build my catalog, get my name out there, just to kind of have something like a decent catalog to be like, here I got a bunch of songs, and then just kind of because I've been speaking to some people like in Nashville. I have some contacts that are like, they're really genuine people, really nice people that are trying to help me too, which is really nice. So just putting out as many songs as we can.
Oh yeah, man. And obviously you're doing a lot of singles at the moment, releasing a lot of singles. Is there any plan, do you reckon, to do an album or an EP or something more?
I was toying with the idea of putting out like an acoustic EP, like a little side project of like Born for Leaving. I mean, Born for Leaving is pretty much acoustic, but the way we recorded it was very homemade still. And like really because it's like my biggest song. But yet, if you look at it like objectively, the quality wise and the resources we had to make that song, like just from that perspective, I think there's a big difference now. Like my recent songs, just because we're able to have a whole studio, like access to all these instruments, and people also know how to play all these instruments, what was I talking about? Maybe like getting that up to like the standard now, like the quality of recording, and then maybe throwing in some other songs acoustically. That was the thing, but the thing is like I feel like that's maybe just something like somehow that like the people do it, like you see on social media when people blow up. Like I feel like Dylan Gossett was the same, and Sam Barber. I mean, Sam Barber was pretty big before he even released the song because he was just from covers. But my point is, you want to do singles before you get the traction enough to put out an EP and everyone's listening to every song. You know what I mean? Because I feel like now it's literally social media makes or breaks the song. And in terms of performance, right? And at the end of the day, it's a business. It's about like money in the sense of money you're putting in, right? So it's like, can you afford to spend so much on an EP and then only have this amount of songs actually be heard? You know what I mean? Like from this perspective, I'm kind of trying to see it. So I'm just going to try to put out singles until it actually like, you know what I mean though? Like it kind of takes off a little bit. But yeah.
Because how many songs you've got out about what? Is it more than 10 or around 10?
Oh yeah, I think it's like 12 by now. 13, 12, 13. I should know that, but
there's more than 10, I know that for sure. But what about cleaning all the ones you put out already into an album someplace so people can get it on like a vinyl? You know what I mean?
So what'd you say?
The songs you've already got out now, would you ever like put them all into an album?
That is interesting, like the OG album.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Cool.
That's an interesting thought because it's always so, because you talked about, you know, like really evolving in sense of like just also writing and finding my style, you know, of things. Like if you compare Meant to Be, it's very folky. It's acoustic guitar and some like acoustic guitar riffs, right? And like I think a kick drum. And now it's like you have it's called steel guitar and whatnot. You have everything in there, right? So it's like it's a big difference where I'm like, you know, it's like it would be cool if these songs would also be like this style, you know. So it's an interesting question, maybe.
Because that's what I think about. My old stuff is so different to how this new stuff sounds. But part of me thinks it would be quite nice to have it like all tidied up, and you can then listen from start to finish of the album and see the progression. You know
that would be interesting, yeah.
I think
that's an interesting idea, actually.
Yeah, but your stuff's, I mean, in my opinion, the quality from the start's been amazing, man.
I mean, thank you. Great. I appreciate that.
So what was the process like making your first song and then making your latest song?
So a buddy of mine, I met him at my business program in Stockholm, and he was like, "Oh, hey man, I produce music," and I was like, "Oh man, I try to write music, you know," and I was like, "Oh, let's record something," and then we met at his like 1-bedroom apartment at the like student dorm kind of thing, and just kind of recorded it. It was I think I wrote the song with the intention of keeping it pretty simple because it was Zach Bryan, you know, who like would inspire me a lot. So it's like, you know, Heading South, you know, it's just him on the guitar. So there wasn't much like expectation of going into it in terms of like a huge production, right? It was just like, let's get it out there and just kind of get it done. And I can't really remember right now how it was I think it was pretty, like it took me a while, like now I can actually, like you know, it's different. Same with live. It's like the first time you play live, you gotta get adjusted how you hear yourself, how you know what I mean, right? It's like the same thing when you record. It's like, you know how to, there's this trick where I realized I really got to open my mouth when I sing, because I always kind of just keep it closed and just kind of sing, and then I like just mumble kind of thing. And it's a lot easier when you just open your mouth, and like there's like different techniques, you know. It sounds kind of stupid, you know, but
there's
like
a lot behind it, man. I mean,
you see what I'm saying? Like it's like a skill in itself. It's not just writing; it's just actually recording it and being able to do it well.
I just started singing lessons about 3 or 4 months back.
I should probably do that
for the first time, and dude, I didn't realize it was the same for me. I didn't open my mouth. I didn't breathe properly. There was so much to learn, and but I'm still not great, but I'm learning a lot now. And there's more to it.
What are some good tips then for people who are watching also that want to kind of learn? And also, I have no idea.
Bro, I'm
like,
not the one to ask.
I guess you took lessons. I guess you would know more than me. Like I know there's this thing of like breathing into your stomach, right?
Yeah, it's called the diaphragm, but I can't even do that yet. I don't know how to do it.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Just breathe in. If you put your hand on your stomach and you breathe in, and like your stomach moves out, apparently you're doing it. But I don't know if I'm just like doing that by moving my stomach, you know?
Oh yeah, it's supposed to go in, right?
Okay. But if you can do that, then yeah, apparently it helps you like get your breath out of control, and I don't know. Yeah. But I would say do vocal warm-ups. Just practice vocal warm-ups, like loads of different ones.
Yeah, for sure.
And one thing that is good advice, I think, is when you're singing, before you go on stage, warm up your voice by like singing to like a higher pitch than you're actually going to sing on stage. Ooh, it's like when you go on a run, you know how you like do like lunges, you stretch your legs like really far? Yeah. When you're actually running, you're never going to stretch your legs all the way that far. But when you're warming up, you stretch them.
Dude, in Sweden, you do. It's icy as hell in the winter.
Yeah. In Sweden, you probably are. You're doing the split.
I felt so many times. Anyways.
But yeah, that's like the best advice she gave me, I think, was warm up your voice before a show, like a bigger, wider range than you're actually going to use that night.
That's pretty. Oh, that's actually that's pretty. That's a good idea.
It makes sense to me when I think about it, like running and like lunges before running. It's the same sort. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%. That makes sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
she gave me that, but dude, I'm by all.
There's just like I was thinking about this. Zach Bryan. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, that's okay, bro. I'm just saying I'm in no place to give advice on singing.
No.
That's all.
Sounding good though. So you're doing something right. But
dude,
there's I was wondering, Zach Bryan, when he goes like at his shows, when he goes like, yeah, when he like really like does this. Is it a growl? What do you
I
call
it? The growl.
Yeah. It's crazy how he can do that for 3 hours of whatever his concert is. You know, like it's like some people told me like, oh no, it's probably not healthy.
It's not.
Sam Barber does. Yeah, it's like I love the sound. Like I love the energy into it. So then I try to do it sometimes. Where you're trying to like really put it, but
it always sounds cool. The way my singing teacher tells me about it is just like, don't do it too much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's cool if you like do it little bits, sprinkle it in. It's like magic in it. When you hear that, you're like, damn. But then if they do that 20 times, in the same
that's
song,
crazy.
It doesn't have the same effect anymore. So do it.
Also fair, yeah.
That's what she.
Do you think I've been overdoing it?
Hell nah, bro.
Because I feel like I'm trying to do it.
I don't think you can overdo it, bro. I think it's cool. I love it. I'd be overdoing it myself. If anything.
We'll be here in a few years, just like doing with sign language because we all blew out our vocal cords.
Hopefully not, but hey. But yeah, you get the songs like Sam Barber's songs where he does it like the whole song.
People tell me I look like Sam Barber.
Yeah?
Not right now because I've got a bit of a longer hair. Excuse that.
I could see it actually. I can see
but he's got the like. Sometimes he's wearing a hat that's like a lower. This one like a what do you call it? Like a trucker hat. I'm always wearing a hat, so I guess I know.
Trucker,
But then you have these like lower hats. And when I do that and I shave cut my hair in the back, everyone's like, oh, like when I do a live stream on TikTok, like, oh, I thought it was Sam Barber.
Damn,
it's funny.
You've had some success with TikTok Live as well, huh?
Dude, it's interesting because for a long time I was also playing to like 5 people. I still do it most times, but then I discovered people doing this like goal thing. They put up a screenshot and then you have like 50K or like 60K and you go down the list. It worked like a charm for a month or two. I've never had this before, 200, 300 people in a live engaging and like checking out my music. It was the best promotion ever. Wow. But then I think people just got used to it because everyone was doing it, man. Every live of a guitar I saw was doing that.
I need to do that.
And I think now it's like kind of, I don't know.
That's the thing. You're always ahead of the game. By the time I'm thinking, yeah, I'll try that, it's too late, bro. Fair. I don't know how you do it. You're just ahead of the game, I feel like. I feel like you're the guy that people look up to for like guidance. Like I've seen a lot of people kind of use your TikToks as inspiration, me included. Like a lot of the success.
I've seen that, but I love that. Like I appreciate that. Like in the sense, like when I say like I've seen that, it's like I think that's cool.
Hell yeah,
that's
man.
awesome.
Like when I saw you doing your photo reels, I was like, I need to start doing photo reels.
On the other hand, you had some pictures that like posts that were doing decent.
Yeah, I mean, I put one song out and the sound went well, and the songs.
That was Reno Willow, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. That song's about to hit around 150K on Spotify, which is pretty cool. I'm happy about it. But dude, like I said, that's probably mainly down to those photo reels.
Yeah, that's what it is. But that's really cool. Like, with the thing that's the same thing with social media. It's literally meant like people. You're meant to copy people in your own style, right? Because it's your own music, therefore it's original. Exactly, I would consider that.
I mean, all the content I used for it was original stuff. Like I'd go down the farm, take photos of myself with the horses and like, you know what I mean? Like cowboy stuff. And then I'd use that as like the visuals to go with the sound. It's just like the concept of like, what you were doing. There's other guys like Tommy McCormack back in the day was doing the same stuff.
My boy Tommy.
Yeah, dude. Like, and I remember seeing you boys doing it and then I was like, I need to get on this. This is where it's at. Doing it, and then I was like, damn, I'm part of this now.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what social media is. Like, there's trends, right? Everyone's doing the same thing, and it works. Like, that's what social media is, in a sense. So you just got to capitalize on that.
That's it, man. The trends are ever changing. Yeah. What do you think the next one's going to be, the next trend?
The next trend?
If we can get ahead of the game, what do you predict?
Dude, I've actually heard that they're going to roll out a TikTok app, which is actually, we're doing it right then already. It just takes some time to actually take off. They announced like a TikTok photos app, like Instagram, like back in the day, which means they're probably going to push photos, right? So I feel like, but the thing is, you guys in the UK, you're pretty good, but in the EU, like in Europe now, like it takes like a century before anything is available to us. Like it's ridiculous. Like you see some in the US, like you got TikTok Shop here. You can make bank off it. No, we don't have that.
Oh damn! I don't make bank off it. Should I?
You can sell your candles, bro. He's got some merch candles, bro. That's the funniest thing. Like, out of all things, I love it though. But like, it's so original.
You know, I made candles as much, and I forgot that every show I've ever gone to, I forget that I have these candles. I just leave them at home. Dude, I've got a box of candles with my name on it, and like they're custom scents, custom design, everything.
That's cool.
Dude, you can take.
Are they scented?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I'll give you some. Yeah, man. I mean, we thought we predicted the trend. This is quite a funny story. So me and Nick, you can help me out with this story here. TikTok got banned in America, right? And we thought, damn, what are we going to do? We need to, like, because we were using TikTok and we were thinking we need to get big in America.
Panicking, yeah.
So we're like, damn, there's no American audience
Instagram's
anymore.
dead for me, like nothing works.
Yeah, like we were like, damn, we need to jump off this. We need to find the next one. And there was this new app which supposedly everyone was using.
It's called Red Note.
Red Note. So it's this app which is, it's an Asian thing, right? Everyone in Asia seems to be on this app.
Yeah,
like
I think it's mainly Chinese.
Yeah,
that's mainly what it is. And everyone, I've saw it. A lot of people in the comments, like, you know, these videos started popping up. Oh, dude, TikTok's gonna get banned.
Yeah.
You know, what are we gonna do? Where are we gonna go? And people were like, Red Note.
Yeah.
So I type in Red Note, and it's just this app, all in Chinese.
I think the funniest part is the reason they banned TikTok because like the Chinese government.
It's so funny.
Everyone jumps on the next Chinese app.
I mean, that's a whole different thing to discuss. Dude. That's completely senseless, but let's leave that out. But then it's so funny because everyone's like, yeah, honestly, no, I'm gonna go to like a thing that's actually owned, like that's actually part of the Chinese net, like, you know.
Dude, next thing you know, yeah.
It's so funny. And I was like, yep.
Nicholas has gone to me, he goes,
probably, yeah, dude. I'm not sure what we agreed to those terms and conditions. We probably signed up for the army there or something, like the Chinese military.
And Nicholas has said, all right, we need to get on this new Chinese like TikTok. Let's go. So we jump on it. Within 24 hours, he's got like 5,000 Chinese followers on there. They're loving it. They're commenting on all the videos.
Didn't understand one comment.
Dude, the comments.
They were loving it though.
The comments on the videos were saying like, I have no idea what you guys are saying, but I love this song. Like,
the comments were the funniest thing because I'm not sure how it works. I'm not sure if there was like an auto translate thing or if it was like sayings in Chinese that they translate it like everyone does with their different languages.
Nothing made sense.
But like very sweet people. Like actually like the people that were so sweet. Like
they're so positive. They're so kind.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, I love this. Nice. Please come to China and play. You know, it's like dude, we're gonna be on what we're gonna be at like the Chinese New Year's 2026.
Hell yeah, bro. Oh man.
But
that lasted for like 1 week, I think.
Yeah, because they stopped banning it.
TikTok came back and then we just didn't do Chinese TikTok. But hey, it took us what, like a week, and we've done pretty good on Chinese TikTok. We made our
I think you might have caught up with me on followers. You both got like around 8,000 now or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I need to check.
It was funny.
Damn, that was funny, man. I thought, do you know what? For like a couple of days, I thought there's no way this is gonna happen. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking we're pulling crazy views right now on this app.
Yeah,
and the interactions were mad. I never got that many comments.
I feel like people from China have a different our dopamine receptors, or even they're fried, bro. We can't watch a single video without as soon as the connection cut out, swipe. So I watched this guy on the train today because you guys, maybe that's like an eSIM problem for me for traveling. As soon as I enter a building, no service. It's like going into a freaking. Maybe it's because you guys. Maybe it's with the brick. I don't know.
Sometimes,
or maybe
old
buildings. Do you have an issue if you're in central London? I mean, the tube.
It depends who you're with. Central London is pretty good because you got like so many people.
As soon as I step inside, that's a me issue then with the like eSIMs, whatever. But like, it was funny. I was just watching this guy on the train, and it's like, it was loading, swipe, loading, swipe, loading. So like, I'm not flaming him. I'm saying like this is relatable. Like we're all doing this, and it's like I think these people actually. They watch everything through. They're genuine. They comment. They're engaged. It's actually social media. You know,
they watch the whole video, which is crazy, bro. I don't think I've watched the whole video in years, dude.
No,
never. I watch a TikTok, first 2 seconds, boom, done. Next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless it's a Nick TikTok,
there's this next
somehow
thing.
I'm caught. I don't know.
There's this next thing on like a trend popping up about. It's not a trend, but it's more like a trick to get views because they want you to engage now with your account. So then people engage with your, like they show your account because they realize you're not a bot just posting.
Yeah.
Post and ghost. But so now you got to go like bottom up. It's like share, repost. Like you watch it one time through. It's so stupid because you don't enjoy TikTok anymore. You just got to do it for the, that's like the sad part about it. It's like, whatever. Like you go share, save, comment, whatever the freaking.
Oh yeah, man. Well, we're probably on TikTok somewhere along here with the clip. So hey, if you see any of our podcast clips on TikTok, you just had Nick, share, repost, do it.
Exactly. Do this right now. Here's the thing. You're gonna go share, repost it, save it, comment, like.
There you go, guys.
And let us know what you had for breakfast. in the comments. So we'll get some sort of, maybe we'll get 500 views for once.
Final question then before we wrap things up. What do you think of English breakfast? Because I hear a lot of foreign people flaming us for having beans and stuff, bro. I think it's pretty good.
My girlfriend's English. I've been having baked beans for a little bit now. But to be honest, dude, it's like there's nothing like controversial about English breakfast. It's eggs, it's bacon, it's the sausage can be a hit or miss depending on where you go. You got. I'm not a big fan of mushrooms. I'm not. I was just we have an English breakfast the past 3 days, so I'm going off of that. I'm not sure if it's like classical or if that whatever like mushrooms, tomatoes, okay, but honestly no, the beans. It's like I don't know.
Well, I think the beans is good, dude.
I was kind of getting lost in this. The hash browns generally are really good. The one I've had, I don't know. It was like a garlic with hash brown. So,
well, hey, Nick, it's good to have you here in the UK, man. We had a hell of a time playing Ron's Honky Tonk, and I had a hell of a time sharing the stage with you, man.
That was awesome for sure. We got to do it again.
Oh yeah, dude.
At Red Rocks playing Squirrel in the Pants. All right.
Cheers, brother.
Thanks for having me.